Let's talk about edge loops. You can select edge loops in all three modes: point, edge, and polygon. So what are loops? Well, loops are points, edges, or polygons that connect in the shape of a loop. Let's take a look at what that all means. I'm going to come up here and grab a sphere. I'm going to go into line mode so that we can see it a little better and hit O on the keyboard to frame it up. And what I'm going to do now is make this editable by clicking on the Make Editable icon. I'm going to go into point mode. And I'm going to hit U on the keyboard, and I'm going to hit L. And if you look down where you see L, you'll see loop selection. So now I'm in loop selection mode. Now if I come over here and drag around, it's selecting loops of points. So if I select that one, I've got this loop selected. And if I want to shift click down here, select more rings of loops. Now I selected this one, I don't want that one, so I'm going to Alt click that one to deselect that. And we'll just come back in here and shift select these so that I get those other points that I was missing. Now the same thing goes with the edges. If I want to click on my edges, I can click here, shift select, and I'm selecting all of my edges. And of course, when these are selected, you can use any of the transformation tools that you want, just like with anything else. All right. We could even twist these around. And of course, we can use this tool in polygon mode as well. So again, we'll go to U, L, and we can select our polygon rings. All right. And if I wanted to get rid of this middle ring, I could Alt click that, and then I just have these selected. Now, something else to be aware of, if you have the Move tool selected and you're in Edge mode, you can just double click here and it will select a ring for you. That's pretty handy, and I'm just holding Shift down here. That's another way to get this done without going to the U and then L into the Loop tool. Now, let me just show you one way that I use this pretty much on a regular basis. Let's say that I needed to grab a spline or create a spline that was in a specific place, let's say exactly in the same place as this edge. Well, trying to get it in that specific place in 3D space would be very difficult. But once I have my edge selected, I can come to my Mesh menu, go to Commands, and find the Edge to Spline command. And when I click that, you'll notice now I have something underneath, and it's a spline. If I turn the sphere off, you can see that I do in fact have a spline here. And then I could do whatever I needed to do from a modeling standpoint to my spline. But that's just one of many, many ways that you'll use this tool. Okay, so that's the basics of working with edge loops here in Cinema 4D.